Vince McMahon, along with, as always, Jesse the Body Ventura.
Ready for action. And now that's right, the match officially underway.
And I'll say this match literally exploded from the opening. Well, see, this is all psychological here. His style of match, it's to his advantage.
Could very well be in this particular contest. Look at this.
Pat, we're going to find out here's the real flick.
What advantage do you obtain by talking to your opponent like that?
The advantage is a psych-out advantage. You'll see it in boxing, you'll see it in football, you see it in wrestling. If you can get your opponent to think about what you're saying to them, well then obviously they're not going to react so well to the heat of the battle.
Again, the fans trying to give a little momentum.
It's Kapoznik, Gronk picking up the chant. Weasel, Bobby the Brain Heenan doesn't like it at all.
You find that totally funny, don't you?
Quite humorous, I must admit.
Yeah. I bet he'd embarrass you like that sometime.
Oh, really?
Of course, you're an embarrassment all the time anyway to me.
Well, thank you, Jesse. I'd be so glad I could plug up again.
You would, McMahon. You're the only one who would. Why do you continue to laugh at Bobby Heenan?
He deserves to be laughed at. He laughs at enough people on his own.
I'll tell you this, if it gets down to managers, I'll take Heenan over Elizabeth in my corner anytime.
Bobby the Brain Heenan, whom we, of course, saw a little bit earlier on.
Don't you got a hand of the Heenan, McMahon? It's an inspiration outside the ring. Don't you agree, McMahon?
We'll be right back as we continue with more Royal Wrestling Federation action.
And now a quick update with wrestling news from around the World Federation. I'm Mean Gene Okerlund, and in just a few weeks now, we will be bringing you the greatest that wrestling entertainment has to offer with Roddy Piper versus Mr. Perfect. Arrogance against the Scottish upstart at WrestleMania. Contact your local pay-per-view distributor for details.
All right, we are back for the resumption of our match. Let's talk about what you claim was a world bench press record at 712 pounds.
Right, what do you want to talk about?
Let's talk a little bit about it, Justin. Dino Bravo, who did not, in my view, set the world bench press mark, although you claim he did.
What are you talking about?
Well, you're not saying Dino Bravo's a champion, are you? You're not saying he actually lifted that weight?
He did 715.
Whoa. Did you not reach down and help him with that weight rack? Did you not?
No, I was just spotting him close. I did not close my hands around that bar. There's space in between there. Bravo pushed it up on his own. Are you questioning my integrity, McMahon?
Listen, I'm only telling you the way it looked. It looked as though you helped him a bit.
First of all, a person of your stature knows nothing about weightlifting. Nothing. So therefore, you do not know what constitutes a legal lift.
I know that when you put your hands around the bar.
I did not touch the bar.
You what?
I did not touch the bar until it was extended. Then I grabbed it here. You know, McMahon, if you keep making these assumptions, these unfounded assumptions, you might be involved in a rumble right here at the desk. When's the last time you had a fish sandwich?
Jesse, it seemed to me that Mr. Bravo was having a little difficulty there in the last lift before he attempted to set the world record. What was that lift? Do you recall?
That lift was approximately around 685, 675 pounds.
That's an awesome lift.
Definitely.
He just barely got that up.
He got that up, and let me state for the record, McMahon.
Wait a minute.
I did not help on that lift.
Did you see the 685-pound lift? Did you see how on the right shoulder, Jesse, it was further down? The bar was dipping down on the right side. He obviously had more power in the left. He almost didn't make it back to the rack.
But he did make it back to the rack. I held it back to the rack.
85, yeah.
And at 715, I did not assist in that lift, McMahon.
Wait a minute. You're saying that he totally locked out, which would be a legal lift, correct?
Definitely.
You're saying he totally locked out, and then you assisted him with the lift.
I was right down there prepared in case he didn't, but I did not offer any assistance.
It'll remain, I'm sure, an unofficial world bench press mark.
Well, I would expect that from you, McMahon. A little twinkie like, oh, he's never done anything athletic in his life. If we'd have been up there reading prose or poetry, you would have been ecstatic about that. But being its physical competition and strength, you know nothing about that.
Listen, I thought it was boring. Did you ever get the official weight on that bar? Have they weighed the bar yet?
Ooh, the word that I heard, and this is still unofficial, I heard the bar weighed out at 712. You know, because some of those big plates could be off by a half a pound or so. But I heard it weighed out at 712.
Well, Jesse, with your assistance on the bar, I think
I did not assist.
with your assistance, I think maybe it'll go down in the record books, yes, as a record, but for a tag team record. You and Bravo lifting 712.
They don't have tag team weightlifting.
I think we just saw it.
I don't think so. Of course, you know, McMahon, I really should not mind you so much, you being an Ivy leaguer. You know, the biggest thing in sports in the Ivy League was probably no fish eating. You know, that's top of the line for the Ivy League.
You think so, huh?
God, we got high school teams wagging up on to beat them.
Really?
Yeah.
The Lowell Memorial Auditorium in Lowell, Mass. will be the setting for World Wrestling Federation action on Wednesday, October 15th with a 7:30 p.m. starting time. Signed to appear on the card will be the Birdman, Coco Beware, the Honky Tonk Man, Kamala, the Ugandan Headhunter, Hercules Hernandez, Macho Man Randy Savage, and Jake the Snake Roberts, all headed to Lowell at the auditorium on Wednesday, October 15th.
Pull the hair there from
Now, how do you know that? You did not see an instant replay.
No, Troy did not.
I couldn't tell.
It certainly looked that way from my vantage.
You know, your eyes have gotten very, very good in the last few weeks. You're seeing a lot of stuff I'm not.
I don't think you want to see it.
You can see all that from back here.
Well, it looked like it from there.
You must have 20/20 hearing, McMahon.
Attention, folks. We have a young man named Timmy who seems to have misplaced his parents. He's currently at the Lost and Found, trading wrestling cards with our security staff. Parents, if you're missing some trading cards, they might be with Timmy. Thank you.
Nice maneuver. A legal maneuver.
Legal and beautiful maneuver he is running, but he can wrestle and he showed that way there.